Hello my good people, welcome to Ticket Book Club. Today we're going to review a book by the title The Samaritan, authored by Lara. This is Act 1, Scene 1, The Field Award. The setting is at Sagrada Secondary School Hall at around 10 a.m. This school is on a hill in Maracas municipality. The teachers and students are seated and Mr. Camoner, the school deputy principal, walks in and goes straight to the podium. There is a silence. He greets everyone and the students respond in chorus. He informs them that the Samaritan, the winning innovation in the year secondary school's national innovation competition, will be officially launched in the municipality. The event will be presided over by His Worship Honorable Mosi, the Mayor. The Mayor, few distinguished municipal leaders and the members of the local school board have arrived in school and will shortly come into the hall. The students were to remain standing and quiet until the guests are all led into the hall by the principal. Once the guests are seated, Mr. Camoner tells the student to sit. Shortly, the mayor walks in alongside the principal of the school, Mrs. Narine. They are followed by the deputy mayor, Honorable Ramdey, the municipality political opposition leader, Honorable Basdio, the chief executive officer, Maracas Municipality, Mr. Harvester, and then the members of the local school board. Two journalists shortly enter the hall, fully armored with their paraphernalia. The deputy principal asks the students to take their seats. He then invites the school principal to welcome the guests and lead them through the rest of the program. The principal welcomes the guests to the ceremony in which they officially are to launch the Samaritan and present a prize to Alvita and Montano, students at Sagrada Secondary School who created the winning innovation. The principal invites Nicole, the ethics and innovation teacher, to introduce the innovation. Alvita and Montano take us in the future 50 years to come. The makers understand what is happening now and they exaggerate what will happen in 50 years to come. We are exposed to climate change, use of technology, and they further tell us about their innovation of the Samaritan. The mayor rises to his feet, wears his hat, picks his walking stick, and walks center stage. He says that they will neither launch the innovation nor present the prize on this day because they need time to reflect on the implications. He sends away the teachers and students so that they can discuss with the principal and teacher Nicole the way forward of the innovation. He then tells them that they will not precede the Samaritan as it may turn out to be a platform for misinformation, lies, and witch hunt. The mayor tells the principal that she has it within her powers to find a way around it. He tells teacher Nicole to figure out a way, like writing to the Ministry of Education indicating that there are some fundamental errors in it that need to be solved. He attempts to corrupt them so that they can do away with the Samaritan. He raises his voice at the teacher and reminds her through blackmail that his decision supersedes those of any education official anywhere in the country. You can have a review at page 17. Piro tries to tell him that they cannot overrule the ministry, but the mayor proudly says that he does not argue with the simple chairman of a local school board. Nicole tries to make him understand that the app has been online for a month, hence it has been taken over by the National Information and Communication Technology Corporation. But Mayor Mosi raises his voice at her even louder and tells her to go and write the letter and copy his office through the school principal. He wants to find a copy of the letter in his office in 1 hour's time. Mosi appreciates all for honoring his call for an emergency meeting. He tells them that there is a new trend gaining ground in the municipality that could adversely affect the leaders. He had asked Harvester to buy all the newspapers as all these newspapers focused on the municipal leaders and had headlines that are extremely damaging. For Ted and Jaden, these were usual problems leaders must have with the media from time to time. Jaden further suggests that they need to blackmail the reporters and the editors with more boxes of chocolate. Bembe also suggests that they can threaten some of them. Mossy narrows down the problem to the Samaritan, which is the source of information in these newspapers. Mossy reminds them that he had declined to officially launch this innovation by students of Sagrada Secondary School the previous year because he had figured out that it could be a problem for them. Harvester explains to the members that the Samaritan is a mobile application in which people are posting and sharing any information that they have on the conduct of the municipality. Seymour proposes that they obtain cash, identify those most active in posting information and pay them off to stop it. Mossy says that there is a public outcry over sums of money every month without rendering any service, supply of air. Harvester says that there are many other allegations including drug trafficking, grabbing of public land, inflation of the cost of the municipal projects, use of proxies to secure municipal tenders, undertaking shoddy public works, and gang warfare. Mossy further adds that there is a lot of lifestyle audit of individual municipal officials, where they live, the kind of house they live in, and their business, their vehicles they own, other properties in their possession, when the properties were acquired, and a lot of other personal details. 1. Scene 2. The Rift. It takes place in the morning, second Monday of January the following year at the Maracas Municipal Headquarters in the mayor's boardroom. The room displays affluence. It is an urgent meeting convened by the mayor comprising of key leaders in the municipal administration. Present members in this meeting are the Municipal Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Harvester, the Principal Judge, Justice Ian Jaden, the Municipal Inspector General of Police, Inspector Bembe, Honorable Ted, Secretary, Department of Health and Environment, Honorable Seymour, Secretary, Department of Planning and Development, and the Deputy Mayor, Honorable Ramdey. It is an emergency meeting called by the Mayor, Honorable Mossy. After attending a closing ceremony at Sagrada Secondary School, this kit is also available on the application called the Samaritan, which is likely to have been viewed by Mossy finds out whether the members have read the newspapers. They negatively swing their heads, confirming that they haven't read the newspapers. The mayor then picks the newspapers and reads the headlines aloud. The mayor finds out that the headlines are exposing the rot in Maracas municipality. All of them have suggestive titles. For example, the Caribbean Watch writes, "Municipal Leadership, a Criminal Enterprise." The Insight writes, "Rot in Maracas Municipal Council Exposed." And the Spotlight writes, "Municipal Leaders Face Imprisonment." The mayor is worried about the exposure to him. He is aware that the source of all this information is the skit organized by Nicole at Sagrada Secondary School. Surprisingly, Ted claims that such headlines are common. According to him, rot is a common thing in Maracas municipality. Jaden feels that to stop such writing in the newspaper, the reporters and editors should be given boxes of chocolate. The judge displays corruption, meaning he is an unjust judge. Ted seems to be more aware of the situation. He is relaxed and not even surprised about the Samaritan. According to him, such online allegations cannot form a strong basis for prosecution and conviction. According to the newspapers, Mossy points out that Ted and Seymour are the culprits who supplied air, whereby details of payment to the company have been unearthed. Harvester goes further, stating the allegation unearthed by the newspapers: drug trafficking, grabbing of public land, inflation of the cost of municipal living, undertaking shoddy public work, murder, and gun warfare. Bembe is accused of illegally owning Madingo Golf Club. In this meeting, members are thinking of how they can intimidate the developers of this app, humiliate even the pressmen just to cleanse themselves of the menace. Some people like Harvester and Jaden remain liberal-minded. Jaden states that he does not wish to be part of the criminal proposals. He says he is not ready to help clean the mess. Summer proposes that they approach the boy and the girl to the matter. Mossy feels that it is the ethics and innovation teacher to be dealt with. Harvester believes that it's only the truth that can set everyone free. He feels that such can be done through the conduct of a truth and reconciliation exercise. At the end of this scene, a rift occurs between Mossy, Ted, and Summer. Summer and Ted feel that Mossy is not willing to help them out of their trouble. They are planning to mobilize the members of the council chambers against Mossy, who threatens them that he is the smoke that thunders. Act 1, Scene 3, Strategies. Scene 3 takes place a week later after a meeting held at Maracas Municipal Headquarters in the mayor's boardroom. It happens in Madingo Golf Club, an exclusive members club. Mr. Harvester and Inspector Bembe are seated pensively facing each other. The mayor is also present. Mossy calls the two dependable allies. Bembe predicts his death that he logged into the app and learned of being accused of corruption, violation of human rights, drug peddling, and extortion. He says that it has made him drift into coma at some point. Mossy tells them that Ted and Summer are mobilizing councillors and admin to pass a vote of no confidence in him. He fears that he is likely to end up in prison. They discuss on what the media has presented in the newspapers. Bembe tells the mayor that the Sentinel claimed that he lost a tooth during a boardroom meeting. Contrarily, Harvester tells Mossy that the Caribbean Watch claims that the Bembe's hotel is built on Maracas University land. This makes him so fearful since it is the only investment he has. Bembe is also claimed to be a member of the Ghetto Boys gang that robs people all over the municipality. They set up strategies on how they can deny ever refusing to award the students for innovation. Mossy suggests the issue be considered as cyberbullying. They are even planning on how to put Ramday and his team behind bars so as to stop any allegations against them. Mossy suggests that they use the militia group so as to make the municipal headquarters a no-go zone. They plan to use the black man who heads the Red Eagle gang, bringing down the Samaritan and convincing Nicole against pursuing the app. Mossy, however, believes Nicole might be a challenge to them. Bembe suggests he has ways of making people switch allegiances. They agree on implementing all possible measures and reviewing them where need be. Act 2, Scene 1, Fear. The following Monday, around 8, at the Sagrada Secondary School, Nicole is visited by Alvira and Montano in her office. They are afraid that the mayor gave Nicole an ultimatum to stop the play The Samaritan. He fears that the Samaritan might get her into trouble. Nicole assures them that everything will be alright. Nicole reminds the students of the parable of the Good Samaritan in the Bible. She tells them that despite the hostilities between the Jews and the Samaritans, the man in the parable is treated with compassion and taken to a safe place. She trusts the Samaritan app is an excellent platform that gives every person an opportunity to speak out against wrongdoing and to share ideas that will make life better. She encourages them that everyone must all take responsibility for the progress of their municipality to improve individual lives. Alvira says the app will not help as the leaders will not allow it. Nicole assures them that the Samaritan will change the history of the municipality. Montano says that Mrs. Nicole may be in danger because they heard what the mayor said. Alvarez says that the Samaritan has been all over the newspapers, radio, and TV channels for over 2 months and has grown so big and it is no longer suitable for them. Nicole criticizes the life of the leaders. The salaries leaders earn are known and cannot afford florid lifestyle. Yet, the leaders own big vehicles, huge houses, and have plenty of money. You can review that on page 53. She advises the students to stand firm with the app and demand that the leaders do things right. She urges them to pursue the app. Nicole's mobile phone rings. She says that the principal wants to see her. Hence, she will see them later. Act 2, Scene 2, Mayor's Visit. The school principal, Narine, is seated in the boardroom. Shalini, the secretary, informs her that Nicole has come to see her. The principal apologizes to Nicole for interfering with her schedule and informs her that Mayor Mossy is on his way to see her, possibly to follow her on his directive of stopping the national launch of the Samaritan app. Nicole asks the principal if she has communicated the message from the Minister of Education on the matter to the mayor's office. She says she did send it. The principal says the app has sent shockwave across the municipality and many leaders and other people are in panic. Thus, she feels that the app is dangerous and Nicole needs to find a way of shutting it down. Nicole says that people think she is behind the apps because she is in charge of innovation and mentored the two students. The mayor pays a visit to Nicole to convince her into deleting the damaging information about him on the app. Mrs. Nicole is adamant and says she doesn't own the app or have any rights as it was being handled from the national level and she could do nothing about it. The mayor distances himself from most of the blame and accusations mentioned in the Samaritan. He points out various instances of misappropriation of public resources, embezzlement of funds, and the shoddy work done by contractors, which is a result of rogue leadership in the municipality. Nicole reminds him as being guilty for he is for most of the crimes done under his watch as he has not rebuked or sued any of the leaders he claims to be involved in such matters. The mayor assesses Nicole for being politically motivated and she was being used by politicians to find him through the Samaritan. Act 2, Scene 3, The Political Strategy. The same day, Thursday late in the afternoon, the mayor had Mrs. Nicole at Sagrada Secondary School, the deputy mayor, Honorable Ramday, Honorable Seymour, and Honorable Ted hold a meeting at the Mandingo Golf Club to discuss the ousting of Mayor Mossy. Ramday, Ted, and Seymour meet to strategize on how they are going to oust Mayor Mossy from power. They opt to recruit more members to support them. The members are of different opinion, some with independent mind and cannot be swayed by allegations. Another group is the political entrepreneurs who want to side with the one who will pay them well. And the last group is the indecisive ones who resort to support the opposition chief, Honorable Basteo, so that they can gain more numbers to have a vote of no confidence against the mayor. Basteo urges out that in order to succeed in removing Mossy from power, they need to alienate him from the people and set the people against him. He comes up with several lies that could incite the people against the mayor. First, the marginalization of other communities is one of the strategies used. The lie is that Mossy had earmarked all the money allocated to the development of the wards occupied by Mossy's ethnic group members. Another lie used against him was to claim that Mossy's people have a smell resembling the barrel, while other people don't smell. Basdir suggests that they should convene a huge political rally, and Honorable Ted is to distribute the topics to the councillors and all the men who are on their side so that they can prepare adequately for the speech. The rally is to be held on Wednesday. Act 3, Scene 1, Ethics Lesson. The scene is at Sagrada Secondary School in a classroom. It is on a Friday morning. Nicole comes in to teach the class about the society. They reflect on the previous lesson about solving the problems of the human society. In the previous lesson, they focus on the mind and its role in solving the problems. Nicole informs the student that they will focus on the second part of the human heart, which is the spirit. The spirit is made up of both the good and bad. The students learn the relevance rules. They further learn that failure to follow traffic rules results in injuries and death. In comparison, Nicole tells the learners that God created human beings and gave them rules that they need to follow. They are the 10 commandments that guide human beings. A biblical allusion is made of the fall of Jerusalem and the temple after a long siege by the Babylonians after failing to abide by some of the 10 commandments, like not worshipping other gods, not killing, among others. The students also mention vices such as corruption, murder, robbery, and sexual immorality. The municipality faces a lot of challenges because of irresponsible leaders. The hospitals do not have drugs because of theft, soliciting of bribes by the police officers, and injustice in courts. The scene ends as Nareen calls Nicole out of class so that she can take Inspector Bembe to her office for investigation. Act 3, Scene 2, The Judge's Blackmail. The scene takes place in Madingo Golf Club in the judge room. The mayor and Inspector Bembe are the first to meet. Later on, they are joined by Jaden. Bembe informs the mayor about Nicole's arrest. The people at Maracas Municipal turn up in large numbers to protest her arrest. Judge Jaden dismisses the case, therefore Nicole is set free. The mayor thanks Bembe for ensuring that the deputy mayor and his supporters did not hold a meeting that was meant to discuss a vote of no confidence. Bembe informs him that Honorable Ramday and his team has regrouped and plans to meet. Bembe promises the mayor to handle the matter by involving the Red Eagle and the Ghetto Boys. The principal judge Jaden joins mayor and Bembe. The mayor informs him about Ramday and his team who are planning to impeach him. Mossy says that he is aware that Ramday has had illegal murders. The mayor plans to take cases against his deputy mayor to court. Mossy requests the judge to rule those cases in favor of him so that he delays their plan to impeach him. Jaden states that he cannot do that because he is a man of considerable learning and very mindful of his professional integrity. The mayor and Bembe manipulate the judge. They tell him he is also part of the corruption happening in Maracas municipality. He is reminded of the rodents that are bred in the farm that he owns jointly with his mistress, Ivy. The judge is also told of the case that he ruled in favor of Ivy, his long-standing mistress. The mayor gives him conditions that he needs to fulfill. He is told to convict Honorable Basdir and the mayor's deputy for their involvement in the grain scandal, to jail Honorable Seymour and Honorable Ted for supplying air to the municipal of Maracas. Act 3, Scene 3, The Saga. The scene unfolds at Nicole's office. Nicole is with Inspector Bembe at the office. Inspector Bembe tries to intimidate Nicole so that she can give up on the app The Samaritan. She is accused that her mobile phone signal was spotted in a murder scene. Moreover, Bembe accuses her of stealing the school generator. All this is done to scare her. However, Nicole does not give up. Nicole is warned against fighting a losing battle. Bembe accuses her of being malicious by creating the Samaritan app to bring problems to the leadership of Maracas municipality. From their conversation, we learn the app has been fundamental in exposing poor leadership in the municipality. Nicole is arrested by the police officers. Look at Act 4, Scene 1, The Plan. Tuesday late morning at Mandingo Golf Club, Justice Jaden and Harvester meet. He starts by asking for help concerning the Samaritan since he was accused of countless crimes. He says that he will be crucified for the things the mayor tells him to do. His whole family, that is the wife, children and himself, are fasting and praying, trusting God will get him out of this mess. Jaden tells Harvester that Mayor Mossy had instructed the municipal lawyers to file cases against Honorable Ramday, Honorable Seymour, Honorable Ted and Honorable Basdeo and should be jailed as soon as possible. Jaden says that he cannot convict Honorable Basdeo and Honorable Ramday since it will be like betraying the two and having benefited from them. He goes ahead and justifies to Harvester that a judge does not operate in a vacuum. The ethos prevailing in the society influences his thinking and actions, and his rulings are in many respects a reflection of the prevailing culture in the society. Jaden is tormented beyond measure. He says he has been seeing rats and rodents running all over the place even when his eyes are wide open. Furthermore, he was even catching sewer rats that triggered his ulcers. Jaden goes ahead and accuses the inspector of police who owns the Mandingo Golf Club as having spat on his food somewhere in the kitchen. Jaden advises Harvester to use the fundamental principle of the philosophy of utilitarianism, which involves making decisions that will result in the greatest happiness for the greatest number of people. He convinces Harvester that Mayor Mossy and the Quarer are not clean, and if they fight them, they will lose, but if they come together, they win. He requests Harvester to reach to the accused, share the idea, and hold a meeting as soon as possible in his chambers the following day. Act 4, Scene 2, Reconciliation. Scene 2 is set on Wednesday morning at the chambers of the principal judge. Basdeo and his company, the mayor and his company are present. Justice Jaden welcomes everyone in the chambers to plan on how to escape the trouble from Samaritan. Mossy and Seymour conflict over the real problem and the hitch against freedom. Jaden tells the members that they are all risking prosecution, and even as some argue about budgetary matters, they should know the Minister for Local Government is very concerned about what is happening in Maracas. Jaden states that they should file prosecution early to preempt any legal action against them from other quarters in the principle of double jeopardy. For Jaden, this is a friendly prosecution in which they should identify the crimes they will be accused of, then get friendly people whom they should pay them to lodge the case against them. That would delay the situation and allow them to find a solution. Ted curiously asks Jaden what may happen to them in the event he dies while the matter is still in court. Surprisingly, Mossy tells him that Jaden will outlive him. Jaden continues to give them alternatives. He tells them that they can also help the Samaritan and then front someone to launch a case and argue that the app is infringing on their right to privacy. It is intrusive and divulging information about people's private lives in public domain. They should claim that the Samaritan further encourages undue prodding in the person in contravention of the law. According to Ted, this is the best way to go, since it makes perfect sense to him. Harvester claims that it can be challenged based on the right to information. Jaden counters this, stating that by the time an appeal is made, they will have figured out something else. Basdeo suggests They talk to Nicole once more, but Mossy warns them of her boldness that makes her not to be threatened by intimidation. Basdir proposes that they give her a powerful position at the municipal council. Jaden says that the matter is beyond Nicole since the public is already outraged. Mossy thinks Nicole is playing a power game in a massive political game of conspiracy. Jaden opines that they need some box of chocolate for Nicole, but Mossy fears if she rejects it, that will be messy. Act 4, Scene 3, Justice. The setting of the scene is at Sagrada Secondary School on a Wednesday during lunch break. Naren is in the boardroom, pacing uneasily about the room, breathing heavily. There is a knock at the door. Nicole enters. Naren, the school principal, seems agitated and angry. She scorns Nicole for dragging her into the conflict between her and the leaders at Maracas municipality. Naren cautions Nicole that she is neither her house help nor secretary to keep on receiving calls from the municipal leaders informing her that they are coming to see her. The principal tells Nicole that her engagement are not fair to the students and school and that she should give up on the up. Naren candidly tells Nicole that the struggle for good governance stretches as far as back as the beginning of human history and leadership has worsened over years. Nicole is informed that some visitors will be coming to meet her in school. Shalini tells the principal that the visitors have arrived. The visitors comprise of Justice Jaden, followed by Mayor Mr. Harvester, the Inspector Bembe, Honorable Simmer, Honorable Ted, Honorable Ramday, Honorable Basdir. The principal welcomes them. Naren tells them that she had planned to attend to crucial school matters. She exits the boardroom and leaves Nicole with the leaders of Maracas municipality. Nicole asks them about the visit. Jaden assures her that all is well and requests her to forgive them for their intrusion into her busy schedule. Ironically, Inspector Bembe apologizes for arresting and arraignment in court. He tells Nicole that it was his mistake, therefore he apologizes. In addition, the mayor offers his apology to Nicole. He says that most of the time he steps on people's toe in the courses of duty, but it is never personal. Ted offers Nicole a present in form of a gold ring. She declines the offer. Nicole tells Ted that she does not wear them. Jaden informs Nicole that they had held a lengthy meeting as the top leaders of Maracas municipality. In the meeting, they all agreed that they consult Nicole on necessary changes that can make to ensure that the future of Maracas is safeguarded. Not only does Bembe and the mayor agree that the leadership of Maracas has failed in its mandate to the people, but also say that the society is doomed unless a clear strategy is put in place to secure the future. Nicole says she is ready to work with patriotic citizens who are transparent and accountable in the management of public affairs. Mossy, the mayor, shakes Nicole's hand and tells her that they welcome her offer to work with them. They are ready for change that will ensure that the public resources will no longer be stolen and justice will be served. Nicole is optimistic that if everyone acts right, all will be well. Jaden proposes that Nicole joins the municipality as Director General. The mayor says a contract will be drafted for Nicole and she will oversee the whole department and report to the mayor only. Nicole turns down the offer, stating that the change needed is of heart, spirit among the people, and more so the leaders themselves, but not by creation of new offices. She tells them that everyone needs to be responsible, honest, truthful, and abide by the laws of simple obeying the maker. Basdir agrees with Nicole. Nevertheless, he is hopeless with Maracas, where leaders are self-seekers. Nicole says there is hope as long as people turn to their creators. The mayor asks Nicole how she can help them and she reminds him of their mess. Alvira and Montano enter and inform Nicole of police that are in the school. Inspector Tajo, the head of the National Anti-Corruption Investigation Bureau, comes in and tells them that he is under instruction to escort them to the headquarters of the Anti-Corruption Investigation Bureau for clarification of a variety of other issues. They are arrested, as Alvira says confirms that no one can escape from the consequences of their actions. Thank you for watching and listening this piece from Ticket Book Club. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, turn on the notification bell and share with your family and friends. Catch you in the next one.